Welcome back, chess fan. Today we are diving the game one of FIDE World Chess Championship 2024, the Gukesh D versus Ding Liren. This game features the two chess giants Gukesh D, the young Indian prodigy, with the ELO rating of 2783, that takes on Ding Liren, the reigning world champion, with the ELO of 2728. Let's see how the game goes. So in the first game of World Championship 2024, the Gukesh has the white pieces and Gukesh start the game with the move e4, e6 was played. This is the French defense. d4, d5, knight to c3, knight f6 and e5 was played. So this is the advanced variation of French defense. Knight f to d7, knight goes back, f4 defending the central pawn, c5 attacking the pawn on d4. So knight ce2, knight just come back to defend the central pawn, and knight c6 played by Ding, putting the pressure on d4 pawn. So c3 defending the pawn again. a5 was played and Ding start the gaining a space on the queen side. Knight to f3 defending the pawn. a4, bishop e3, bishop e7, g4. This is the over aggressive pushing on the king side. So queen to a5 was played and pinning the pawn and hoping for some exchanges on the d4 square. So bishop g2 by Gukesh. a3 was played, gaining more space on the queen side. So b3 by Gukesh, and here Ding just takes, c takes on d4 and b4. This is the intermediate move. So after the queen went back, then Gukesh take back the pawn. So after b4, queen c7 was played, knight takes on d4, knight to b6, castle by Gukesh, knight to c4, and bishop f2. Knight is attacking the bishop, so bishop just come back on the f2 square. Bishop d7 was played, queen to e2 by Gukesh, knight takes on d4, and here knight takes on d4 was played. Here the best move is bishop takes on d4 square. Simply protect the c3 pawn. c3 pawn is a weakness. So after this knight is moving, the rook is coming here and putting the lot of pressure on the c3 pawn. So knight takes a d4, knight takes d4. This is the inaccurate move. Knight b to d2, knight just moves and making the space for a queen to attack the pawn on c3. Queen e3 was played, defending the pawn. Rook c8 again attacking the pawn. Rook ac1 again defending the pawn, and queen c4 was played. So in the previous variation there we saw the bishop takes on d4 is a good idea. It's because now the pressure is too much and queen and rook can't move. So if bishop was on a d4 square, this dark square bishop is on the d4 square, then one more defender is in the defending of the pawn c3. So queen c4 and f5 was played, attacking on the king side. Queen d3, just offering the queen trade. Queen to e1. Gukesh can't just take the queen because the pawn on c3 is too weak. So Gukesh just come back and try to defend the pawn. Bishop g5 was played, attacking the rook on c1 square. So rook c2 was played. Rook is currently defended with the knight. So rook c4, just putting more and more pressure on the c3 pawn. h4, attacking the bishop. This is the last hope for Gukesh. If bishop goes back, then can set up a defense, but Ding just went the bishop f4 in the territory of white. Bishop f4, queen b1, defending the rook and leaving the pawn. So rook takes on c3 was played. Rook takes on c3, queen takes on c3, f takes on e6, attacking the bishop and trying to open up some file. So f takes on e6 was played. This is also inaccurate move. So knight e2. This is the best move in the position, attacking the bishop and queen. So queen just went and takes the pawn on e5. Knight takes on d4. Queen takes on d4 and queen c2. This is the bad move. Here, Gukesh just has the chance to equalize the game by playing bishop to c5. Now, this is the tempo on the queen, so queen has to move somewhere. So queen takes on g4, let's say. So here the best move is queen c2. Also, you can go here with the queen takes on h7, and if rook takes here, then this is a mating one. So all we know that Ding is not falling for this one. So after queen c2, queen c4 was played. So queen d2 was played by Gukesh, and here Ding just castle bishop d4, knight to d3. This is the octopus knight is controlling the 8th square, and look at how the knight is good here. So after knight d3, queen e3 was played, rook takes on f1, bishop takes on f1, pinning the knight, but knight cannot be get pinned. e5, the best move in the position. So after sacrificing the pawn, he can get the bishop into the game. So bishop takes on e5 and queen takes on g4 square with the check. So now bishop can easily enter the game. The light square bishop can easily enter the game. So bishop g2 was played. Bishop f5, defending the knight. Defending the knight. So bishop f5, bishop g3. Gukesh comes back with his bishop, and Gukesh has the little time on the clock, and time is too crucial here, and in the time pressure Gukesh made several mistakes and it cost the game to the Gukesh. So bishop g3 was played, bishop e4 offering the exchange, king h2. So here Gukesh just trying and make some good moves. So here you can't exchange the bishop, this is a mating one, offering this bishop for the checkmate. h6 was played, making this loop for king. Bishop h3 attacking the queen. Queen d1, just moving the queen out of the danger. Bishop d6 by Gukesh. Queen c2 check, and here both players reach the time control, but now the position is lost for the Gukesh. So queen c2 check, king g3, queen takes on a2 pawn. So just creating the passer. After the queen check, the pawn is just push and get another queen into the game for a Ding. Bishop e6 check and king h8, and in this position the Gukesh resigns the game. There is a no good continuation for the Gukesh. Queen g2 is threatened and the position is totally lost because the bishop and knight are too dominant. Gukesh has the no chance to survive the game. So Gukesh resigns the game and saves his energy for the next one. And this is the first encounter for the Gukesh in World Championship in the first time, and Gukesh is just 18-year-old, and the Gukesh is the youngest challenger in the World Championship title. So some inaccurate decision cost the game to Gukesh. What happened next? Stay tuned with us, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the Ding and Gukesh's performance in the Game 1 of FIDE World Championship 2024.